Great. That's really helpful. Yes. Come on, Leon. A little late because you had to walk further this morning, yeah? Maybe it was 2012? Maybe. And what version? Version 1?
2.
Version 2, thank you. Yes? Come on, John, right here. You need your table book for this. Yeah, you have your table book? Do you have your formula book? Yes. Okay, let's have a look at this. B form. Okay, we'll do this one now. The heights of adult males in the UK are normally distributed with mean 1.75 metres and standard deviation 0.2 metres. Oh, sorry. So mean 1.7 and standard deviation 0.2. Oh, 7.5. Yeah, okay. Beautiful indeed. Right. Find the probability that you'll be more than 1.8, less than 1.71, and between 7.3 and 7.6. So the first one, more than 1.8. So there's the average 1.75, and we want more than 1.8. Yeah. So we can do our Z transform. This will be 0, and this one here, it'll be 1.8 minus 1.75 over 0.2. So what's that? 0.04? 0.25. Oh, it's a quarter, yeah. 0.25. Using my Z formula to transform it. So we want the probability of Z more than 0.25, which is the same as 1 minus the probability that Z is less than 0.25. And this is great because this is what's in the formula book, probabilities to the left. So the answer is 1 minus the table book value of 0.25. What's that? What's the table book value of 0.25?
0.5987.
5987 is the table book value, yeah. So for our answer we get 0.4113. 4013. Okay. I hope you got that one right. No? What was wrong? Okay, we'll have a look at the second part now. And the second part is, yes sir, question? That's the question I gave you at the end of the last class. Are you sure? Yesterday? Yeah. The maths is that, oh, you came back after the maths class, yeah. This was the last question from the class yesterday. Do you want to quickly take a picture on your phone so you can look at it later? Okay, the next one. Less than 1.71. Oh yeah, you too, Amanda, yeah. Less than 1.71. Okay, can I do that one? Yeah. 1.71, 1.75, Z transform, this is 0, and we'll have to work it out. 1.71 minus 1.75 over 0.2, so what's that? 0.04 over 0.2. 0.2 minus 0.2. And we want less than, so we want this area. So we want the probability. Yeah, we want Z less than minus 0.2. Which means we want the table book value
1 minus.
of minus 1, wait a second. Minus 0.2. Now the problem, of course, is the table book doesn't have minus in it, but we can use the result, I think I gave you these before, that this is the same as 1 minus table book value of 0.2. I don't think the engineering students maybe saw this, but you've used the table book with Joan? So when I write something like this, it means look up the table book for that value. Okay? But the problem with the table book is, number one, it's only positive numbers, and number two, it's the area to the left, not to the right. So there's a couple of little tricks here. If you need to look up a negative number, it's just 1 minus, and you look up the positive number. That's one trick. And the other trick is, if you need to be more than, if you need to be to the right, it's just 1 minus the probability to the left.
They don't study this?
No, you do, but I don't know. They had a different teacher. I don't know what they were told. Okay. Okay, we'll continue then. Right, what's the table book for 0.2?
4.5793.
Okay, so that would be nearly the same, isn't it? No, not. Okay, and then the next part.
In between.
Yeah, in between what? What are the two values? Let's see, 1.73. Okay, 1.73. 1.76. So we'll have the Z transform again. This will be 0. This one here is, and this one here is, did anyone work it out? The first one is 1.73 minus 1.75 minus 0.1, okay? And this one is 0.5. So that one was 1.76 minus 1.75 over 0.2. And we want in between? Yep, okay, so we want the area in between. Right, so there's a couple of ways to do it. I think for me, the way I'm thinking about it is, it's everything to the left of this number minus everything to the left of this number. So I'll just write it down here. The probability that the height or the Z is between minus 0.1 and 0.05, that's equal the probability that Z is less than 0.05 minus the probability that Z is less than minus 0.1. So that's the table book value of 0.05 minus the table book value of minus 0.1. But we can fix the minus here. Table book value of 0.05 minus 1 minus table book of 0.1. Yes, Malik?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay? Table book of 0.05 plus 1 plus table book value of 0.1. So the answer is 1 plus whatever's in the table book for 0.05 plus whatever in the table book for 0.
It's minus 1.
Hang on, reverse. Put the car in reverse. Let's try that again. Table book 0.05 plus table book 0.1 minus 1. Yeah. Otherwise we'd have more than 1 in our answer. Have we looked up this table book 0.05? Yeah, what was it?
0.5199.
Oh, 5199, okay. And what about 0.1?
0.496.
496. Yeah? No.
5398.
Plus
That was my bad.
point 5398 minus 1. Okay. So what do we get in total? We have to add
0.0597.
0.05,
597.
like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? That small? Okay. Okay, yes. Now, they're not very difficult, these questions. I think they're good for the exam, but the problem is students maybe don't practice enough, so then they don't know what to do in the exam. But when you practice them, you can see there's not a lot to do. How many marks was this? Like, look how many marks that was. How many marks was that?
6, 10.
10. How many marks for the integration of the partial fractions with the tan inverse and log in it? It was nearly 10, 9 or 10. How would you rather get your 10 marks in the exam? This way, I would think. Yeah? Okay, B part. So, Malik, we were talking about this yesterday. If there was 150 people, how many of them would be between the two heights? Well, what percentage of people are between the two heights? It's about nearly 6%, isn't it? It's nearly 6%. So if you have 150 people, you just multiply it like this, and the answer is
8.
it exactly 8? Or do we have to round?
Rounded.
Ah, no, this is interesting. 8.955. You're saying that so confidently. Nobody thinks it could be 9?
I'm saying it because
Just in case? Yeah. So we have to read the question very carefully to decide if we round up or if we round down. So, how many of these visitors would be expected to have heights between 1.73 and 1.76? It's a bit difficult, but I think 8 might be the right answer because we don't quite have a 9th person. But let's see what the marking scheme says.
You have to do like a hobby.
Yeah. You have nearly one person on the way to being that height. Let's check the marking scheme. I'm worried the marking scheme will say 9 because it's so near 9. No, it's not enough to be 9, yeah. I guess we'll find out.
I think 9.
You're just saying that, you're doing what he's doing, just to be safe.
a 9.
I'm not there yet. B3 still. B4. Where is it? Still further down.
Yeah, B. It's 9, 10.
10.
Approximately 9. It's 9. 1 more.
No, it doesn't. That's disgraceful.
They want to be in the right side.
No, not no, true story, not me. No, I would agree with you. I feel like 8 is the right answer. But It's complicated.
So we'll leave it how it is, like
No, like I mean,
8.956.
mm, I think the way the normal distribution works, maybe rounding up to 9 might be more accurate. You see, we kind of had something like this before with the binomial. Your choices are this. You can pick 8 or you can pick 9. Okay? But you would need to calculate the probability of getting 8 and the probability of getting 9. That's actually going to take some time. The question's only 1 mark.
If you use 6%, it will be exactly 9.
That's the other thing. If this is 6%, it'll be exactly 9. I just feel like, this is what I think happened. I feel like he tried to make the numbers so that it would work out nicely. It didn't quite work out nicely because we got 8.955. If we did 3 significant figures, that would be 8.96. You know, so I think it was trying to make the numbers so that the answer would be a nice 6. But we can see that's not quite 6. I think if maybe you wrote 8, I don't know, maybe I'd still give you the mark. If I saw this, then you would get the mark anyways.
More advanced than our level, maybe.
Figuring out which is more accurate, 8 or 9. Not more advanced, just more than 1 mark. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the next one then. The 95% confidence interval. Okay, so it will be the average plus or minus 1.96 sigma over root n. What was the average for the group of 150 people?
1.75.
It's 1.75. They misused their English here. That doesn't matter. Well, okay. 1.75. The question's wrong. The question is wrong because you use a confidence interval when you want to estimate the true average. Okay? But we already know what the true average is. What is the true average height of people in the UK here? It's 1.75. Like, we know that as a fact. So the question is wrong. We already know what the true average is. So they shouldn't be asking us for a confidence interval. I think what he meant to say was something like, if the average height of the group was 1.8 meters or something, what's the confidence interval? No, the question's totally wrong. But I'll still do it anyways, but just please note.
Is it a bonus mark?
No, it's not a bonus mark, it just shows that whoever wrote the exam didn't fully understand what they were doing. Okay, so I'll just put a warning here. Don't really do this.
We should do it in the exam.
Oh, you should do it in the exam, but not in real life. You don't really do this because you already know what the true average is. It's 1.75. But anyways, we have an exam to do, so we have to do the question. It's 1.75 plus or minus 1.96, 0.2 over square root. How many people? 150, wasn't it? Yeah. So whatever that is. Let me just get the part of the back. Did you get something like this as well? Yeah? We did this one yesterday. Yeah, continue? Okay. Let's have a look at the rest of this exam. Business students, we did implicit derivatives, didn't we? It was at the start of the semester. Yeah, so we haven't actually practiced any implicit yet. So here is a question with implicit derivatives. There's the function. Do they write it again? Yeah, they do. So you don't actually really need the picture. Oh, dude, it's the fourth lesson. Remember, we had product, quotient, chain, and then implicit. It's when you differentiate a y term, you do it like normal and multiply by dy dx. Yeah? Do you remember? Well, we'll see if you remember. If you can try this one. Grace and Amanda, the videos from yesterday are on YouTube, but I called them Maths for Business revision. But if you look for the videos that were uploaded yesterday, you'll see them. In fact, all the Maths for Business revision videos you can use as well, because so far I've just been doing semester 1, which is the same for both of you. So all the Maths for Business revision videos online, they're all useful for your revision too. This is B6, I think. Yes. Business students, did we do volume or just area? We did volume? Yeah. Okay. Where's Tony actually? Do you know? No. You know where he is, John, why don't you? You do. Where is he? Are you sure? Okay.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Might know about Albert maybe.
Albert sent me an email, it's okay. I guess. John, wait! Please do the maths question. Grace, please try the question. Get off the phone. What is coordinates? It just means x value, x point. Find x when the slope is minus 5. Yeah. Oh, sorry. We'll come back in a sec. Come on. Still searching. There we go.
What's the value of y we use in the...
For part C,
No,
we might need to look at the picture to decide. If you have two answers for y, it looks like the tangent is at the positive rather than the negative. Do you get positive and negative y value? Oh. Malik? What did you get then? Oh, okay. Well then, worry about that when you get it. Finished? People look confused. This makes me sad. Confused? Confused. Very confused? Shall I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Oh, bad coffee. Right. What's the equation? 2x squared plus 10xy plus y squared minus 4x yeah minus equals 0. Right, so implicit derivative. This will be 4x plus, now here with the xy, it's a product rule. I'll do that one in a minute. We'll do the other part first. What's the derivative of y squared? 2y dy dx. And 4x? 4. And 10y? 10 dy dx equals 0. Okay, product rule here. First derivative of x, which is 1, plus, and then x and derivative of y, which is dy dx. So we get 4x plus dy dx plus x dy dx plus 2y dy dx minus 4 minus 10 dy dx equals 0. Is that okay? I made a mistake, Pony? 10? 10? 10? 10's okay, yeah? 4, 4, 4. Oh, thank you, I've lost my 10. Disgraceful. There's a 10 here, which means there's a 10 here, which means there's a 10 here. Okay, so let me see. 10 dy dx minus 10 dy dx. Nice. That cancels that. And then here, 4, no, that doesn't go with anything. 10, no, that's really it. So you have 10x plus 2y dy dx equals 4 minus 4x. Because I can take this to the right, I can take this to the right, I can keep this, and I can keep this. So we get dy dx equals 2 minus 2x over 5x plus y, because I can divide everything by 2. Is that okay? Does it bring back memories of when I did this? Doesn't bring back memories? Must have done that at 9 o'clock class, though.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the values required to use it in the second?
Well, I'll get to it, don't you worry. We'll do it. Just one question at a time. Okay. Is everything okay with that? Are you sure? So, Malik, the next part. Find the x-coordinate when the slope is minus 5. Yeah. So let's see what we get. So for part 2, they want to know what is x if this equals minus 5. So it means they want to know 2 minus 2x equals minus 25x minus 5y. So that would be 23x equals, yeah, if I bring this over, minus 2 minus 5y. Now the problem is, as you said, Malik, we don't know what the y is, so we'll have to find it. I just wonder if I did a mistake in the last one. Let me just check the answer. Check.
Yeah, 10xy, this one is 10x dy over dx plus 10y.
Ah, sigh. I lost something with my 10 here. What went wrong? Oh my goodness! This is not dy dx here. It's just y. You're saying yeah like I knew all along, but I didn't want to tell you. Wait, we'll fix it. So this should have been y here. So that means this one here. Ah, so it doesn't cancel then. That should have been y there. What? I'll just do it again. It'll be easier. The problem is my coffee tastes really bad, so I can't drink much of it.
2x squared
Thank you, Malik. 2x squared
plus 10xy
plus 10xy
plus y squared
plus y squared
minus 4x
minus 4x
minus 10y
minus 10y
minus 23 equals 0.
Alright, let's do this together, like a family. Right, the first one, 2x squared, 4x. Then I'll take the 10 out and do a product rule. Derivative of x is 1, then we keep y the same, and then we keep x the same, and derivative of y, dy dx. Okay, great. Y squared, 2y, dy dx. Next, minus 4, minus 10, dy dx equals 0. So we get 4x plus 10y plus 10x dy dx plus 2y dy dx minus 4 minus 10 dy dx equals 0. So I have 10x plus 2y minus 10 dy dx equals 4 minus 4x minus 10y. Because I'm taking the 4x to the right, I'm taking the 10y to the right, I'm taking the minus 4 to the right, and I put this one together with this one, together with this one. So I get dy dx equals 2 minus 2x minus 5y over 5x plus y minus 5. Right. That's better. Is that what you got? Yes? Or do you look shocked? You look shocked. Not the same? Okay. It's just we all make mistakes. It's okay. Right. The next one is this now equals minus 5. So we have 2 minus 2x minus 5y over 5x plus y minus 5 equals minus 5. 2 minus 2x minus 5y equals minus 25x minus 5y plus 25. Now why is that good news, Malik? Can you see that? This will cancel this. Now no more y to worry about. So we get 23x equals 23. X equals 1. Okay? Yeah? Continue? Next part. What is the y value? So we need to take our answer for x and put it back in to the very beginning. Right. Malik, can you read out the equation? What was it? X squared, 2x squared, 2x squared plus 10xy plus y squared minus 4x equals 0. So we got y squared, well I'll write it all out, 2 plus 10y plus y squared minus 4 minus 10y minus 23 equals 0. Y squared, that cancels that. Y squared equals 2. This is so 25 here. Yeah? So that's nice because then that means y equals plus or minus 5. So we have two answers. 1, 5 and 1 minus 5. Now, it only wants one y value? Well, no, it says corresponding coordinates. Yeah, both answers. No, maybe for the next part we have to choose one. It hasn't said anything about the tangent yet in the question.
Yeah.
It's probably the positive one, yeah. Continue. So the next part is the tangent for the positive y value. Okay, so now for the next part we want to use this one. So you have y equals mx plus c. What's the m here? You know it already. Very good, minus 5. And how do we find the c? Well, we have the point, so 5 equals minus 5 plus c, so c equals 10. Y equals minus 5x plus 10. So really it's asking you to find the equation of a line, because they give you the slope, the gradient is minus 5, and they give you the point. So, okay, next part. What's next now? Find the coordinates of t and r where the tangent crosses the x and y axis. Oh, well, that's super easy. Find where it crosses the x and y axis. So where does it cross the y axis? 10, when x is 0. And what do you get for x when y is 0? You can see it in your head nearly. What must x be? How do you make this 0? Come on, 2. X must be 2. So this is where it crosses the x and the y axis at 2 and at 10. So it looks like. Okay, next part. Oh, it's A, B, C, D, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lastly, find the volume when the section T or of the tangent is rotated. Okay, so the last thing they want you to do is to rotate this to make a volume. What shape will it be, by the way? The last thing they want you to do is to rotate this. It'll be a cone. So the volume will be pi. Now what's the limit?
0.
Yeah, 0 to 2. And here, what do I write? What's the fx here? Minus 5x plus 10 squared dx. Yeah. Actually, I know what the answer should be already, because if I look at this cone, the volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. So I know that the answer should be, that is 200 over 3 pi, is what the answer should be. Let's see if we get that. Pi 0 to 2, 25x squared minus 100x plus 100 dx. Did I expand that right? Twice the first by the second. Yeah? So that will be pi 25x cubed over 3 minus 50x squared plus 100x 0 to 2. Now I don't care about the 0, because the 0 will make it 0. So I only actually care about the 2. So this will be pi 25 over 3 times 8 minus 200 plus 200. So that will be 200 over 3 pi. Wait, hey, we're right. I know it was a little bit tricky at the start, but actually when you get into the question, finding the tangent was easy, finding where it crosses the x and y axis was easy, and then finding the volume is normal type of problem, not unusual. Yeah? Okay, that's perfect timing. Now, before you go, my plan is for the business students, listen! No, stop. I just want to tell you for next week. relax, Victor, relax. For next week, I want to give you a practice test. Relax. I have an announcement for the engineering students in a moment. So, business students, next week, I'll give you a practice test. It will be like your final exam. Actually,